and welcome to the tutorial for the Coco Sleep Mask by Notch. First thing you need to do is cut out your fabric. You'll need fabric, you'll also need some wadding and elastic. I haven't got any wadding, so I've been using some fleece. So the first step is to take your tie piece and fold it in half and press well. You're going to stitch together towards the edge with about a ½ centimetre seam allowance. Then you'll want to use a safety pin to help you turn this the right way round. So you'll need to start it off at the top, and then you can push the safety pin through to guide the fabric all the way through until you can turn it right sides out. Then, using an iron, press this so that the seam sits in the middle of the fabric. The next step is to take your elastic, using a safety pin, and thread it through the strap that you've just made. It can take a little bit of time, so just be patient, but you just use the safety pin to guide it through. Make sure not to lose the other end of the elastic in the strap and pull both out of each end. Once you've done that, you need to secure the elastic to the strap and just stitch at the end there so that it's all one piece. Cut off any loose threads and any extra bits of elastic that might have come out the end. Making sure that the seam is facing up, attach it to the front of your sleep mask. Now, you can choose which fabric you use for the front of your sleep mask. Originally, I was going to use this green. When I finished the product, I realized that actually the floral was much nicer, so it doesn't matter if you do decide to change it. It just means that the seam will be facing out. So, matching up those raw edges, make sure to attach the strap to the front of the sleep mask. And you want to do it on the right side of the sleep mask, or what will eventually become the right side. Then take the inside of the sleep mask, what will be facing the eyes, and you want to attach your wadding or fleece. So when you're pinning this, pin it so that you can take the pins out of the back. So you can see I'm doing it here, pinning it to the other side rather than using the wadding. And this just means that when we turn the sleep mask through, we'll be able to take the pins out much easier rather than those pins being stuck inside the sleep mask. Then, right sides together, you want to put your front and back sleep mask pieces together. You want the strap to be sandwiched in between the two, but just be careful when you're stitching not to catch the strap. You'll stitch all of this together with a 1 centimetre seam allowance. It might catch some of the wadding in, it might not, it doesn't matter too much, but just make sure that it's a 1 centimetre all the way around. When you're stitching, you probably want to lift your presser foot and leave the needle in around the nose area and just turn it slightly. It makes it a lot easier to stitch around those curves. When you're stitching, leave about 3 or 4 centimetres as a gap so that we can turn the sleep mask through at the end and the seams will all be hidden inside. So you can see here I'm now turning it through. Be patient, and the wadding might shift a little bit, so at the end you'll probably need to just rearrange, make sure that the wadding is nice and flat, and press it really well with the iron. Remove those pins as you go, making sure you've got both of them so that you don't cause any damage to your eyes. So you can see this is about the moment I realised I wanted the floral on the outside instead. That's completely fine, it just means that the seam on my strap will be showing, but it's not the end of the world. The last step is to top stitch and close in the opening that you made so that you could turn your sleep mask out. And once you've finished it should look like this. Give it a nice press, and I hope you enjoyed making your sleep mask. Don't forget to tag us at Notch Patterns so we can see your creations.